Hey YouTube! So today LEGO released some details of the 2019 Ninjago sets. They look really cool to me, so I thought I'd do a run through and give you my thoughts on what I think of the sets, what ones I think will be good, and just some of the details you can see and get from the pictures that are there. I'm going to start with my favourite from this lineup, which is Lloyds Titan Mech set number 7076. That is an absolute beast of a set in my books. I think it looks really cool. It's got 876 pieces and it's about $70 US. I really like the way it's got that detaching jet on the back. That looks absolutely fabulous. I love that idea. And to me, it actually makes the mech look even better. This mech's packed with features. It's got a shuriken on the arm. It's got a sword. There's 6 minifigures including an extra spinner character. So that's really cool. I think this one's going to be very popular. I think that's a good US price. I'll be interested to see what the regional pricing is, but definitely one I'm looking forward to a lot. Next up, the biggest set of all of these. It's Castle of the Forsaken Emperor, set number 70678. Comes in with 1218 pieces and it's approximately $100. Now that is a good looking castle they've got there. There's a ton of play features. You've got a dragon, an ice dragon, which looks really cool. You guys know I like my dragons. In terms of play features, you've got the throne there. The 2 towers come apart, which opens up everything to let you get more access to the play area in the center there. There's a trap for what looks like Lloyd in his spinjitzu slam, which you can then tip up slightly and it sets him free. There's a prison where one of the ninjas has been captured. There's all sorts of things going on in there. I think the snow effect around the whole thing looks very tastefully done as well. Maybe they could have done a bit more detailing around the bottom, but then I guess the set would have gone up even further in price. And you do get that dragon, as I mentioned, which looks cool. I think this is going to be a popular set. It looks like it's packed full of really good features and designs, so I'll be interested to see this one in a bit more detail. Next up is Lloyd's Journey, set number 70671, featuring 81 pieces and costing $15 US. This one comes with a wolf with 3 tails, and I have to say that looks like a really cool animal they've added there. That is definitely on my wish list. So you get that small tower. Now, it could be a bit bigger, but I don't know if it would have affected the cost of the set, especially given you've got that custom molding there, which probably would have pushed the price up a bit. So here we've got Lloyd again. There's a few play features in this set because it's a small set. I do like the look of it though. It's very well detailed. I like, again, the snow effect around it. The armor plating looks interesting. I'm not sure what piece that is. I'm going to have to look that one up. It's got a stud shooter as well. I think this one's going to be really good, and there's also the sword in the ice there too, just to, that's what Lloyd's obviously trying to get on his journey. Next up's Cole's Dirt Bike, set number 70672, which is 212 pieces and approximately $20 US. Now, I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with some of these bikes in Ninjago. I think they've been a bit samey and a bit, I'm not going to say it, I don't think they've been very good. But this, I think, looks really cool. It kind of reminds me of the Convex design from Star Wars. I think it looks really cool. It's beefy, it's ridiculously over the top, it's well armed, you get good figures in it, there's a ton of weapons in this one, you get some great minifigures. I reckon this one's a winner. I think this one's going to be really good. The thing that will be the test of it is how well that track goes on surfaces, because that can be a problem being a plastic track. So that will be the deciding factor, but otherwise I think this one's a winner. I think it looks awesome, and those snake figures they've got in this lineup are excellent. Very much remind me of Stargate SG-1 and that whole series, which I'm a big fan of. Next up, we have the Shereecopter, set number 70673. I'm guessing that's a mixture of shuriken and copter. This is 361 pieces and approximately $30 US. This one, now I do say there are too many LEGO helicopters sometimes, but this one, again, I think is a fabulous looking helicopter. Much like the helicopter that came with my recent set, the Firstborn Dragon. That one is a really unique helicopter again, and I think this one follows in its shoes. It looks absolutely fabulous in that white, packed with weapons and armaments and things like that, which is important. But I love how sort of unique the design is, with that tail going down, with the 3-bladed rotor, the weapons. This one looks like another absolutely cracking set. So it's going to be interesting trying to decide which one to start with. But I think there's a ton of play features in this one. I think it looks brilliant. I like the sort of mix of that helicopter gunship slash jet. Very much fits with the Ninjago theme. I think this one's excellent. Next is Fang, set number 70674, coming in at 463 pieces and $40. Now this one to me is probably the most disappointing of the lot. I just don't really, I get what they're trying to do, I just don't really get the set. I mean, it looks okay, the throne on top's excellent, you get some really good minifigures again, those snakes are in there. It looks okay, but the snake thing, I need to see it in the flesh to actually really appreciate it. I think it could look fabulous. Maybe the promotional shots just aren't doing it justice, but it just, I don't get it. I need to see it in a bit more detail, but this one's a good one for the pieces and the minifigures definitely. And that throne on top, definitely a bit of Game of Thrones going on there. Looks really, really good. Again, you get one of the Spinjitzu Slam characters in there too. I think this one, this is going to be a love-hate one. I think some people are going to absolutely love it. And I like to say I will when I see it in the person. Next, Kicktada, set 70675. It's the best name, I think. This is a 4x4 vehicle with 450 pieces and approximately $50 US. Now, to me, I think they were trying to channel a bit of the Batmobile in this one. I think it's definitely got some hints of that in there. It's definitely an interesting one. I would like to see if there's any kind of movement in those wheels other than them going around, if there's any sort of suspension or anything like that. Again, like, I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with Ninjago cars. This one I think is got real potential to be very, very good. It's got the shooters at the front. There doesn't seem to be a huge number of play features in the set, but you do again get some good minifigures, and I think the car itself looks really, really good and different. But I think I need to see it in person to get a bit more of a feel with it. I don't know, something's not quite sitting right with me, especially if those wheels are quite rigid. If they did copy the Batman design, I hope they made the wheels move on this. Last, and by absolutely no means least, we have Land Bounty, set number 70677. This is 1,178 pieces and approximately $130 US, and obviously meant to be a land-going version of Destiny's Bounty. I do like the way this looks. I think it's a very brave approach to it. I think it looks really, really cool as a set. Barge on the back detaches. I think that's a really nice touch. Like, it's sort of like a mini, it almost is Destiny's Bounty from like the earlier version where it was much smaller. I like the sail wings on it. I think those are really cool. You've got some turrets on or you've got a turret on the back that's hidden that flips up when the barge has gone. You've got some shurikens down the side. There's a little buggy on the back. There's lots and lots going on, and it actually has steering as well. So the front 4 wheels all steer using that sort of gradual angled system. It looks really cool, and there's an interior in it as well, which looks really, really well done. So I think this set could be a real winner. You get, again, a good set of minifigures with it. Price wise, it's a high one, but I think you're getting a lot for your money here. I mean, that's a lot of pieces in this set. It looks great, ton of play features. I think this one will be very, very popular. That was the 8 sets they've announced. I'm not going to go through the spinners, but I think that's a good lineup. There's some really good sets in there. There's some I'm not so keen on. We'll see how they go. I do want to see some of them in person and a bit more detail on them, but I think this is going to be a winning lineup, and I'm a massive fan of Ninjago, as you all know, so I'll be interested to see if I decide to dive in and get many of these sets to add to my collection. I think the Mech is definitely on my hit list. I love that one. Land Bounty, I think that is a fabulous looking set. I want to see it again in person and see if it's any good. And I also think I will probably be going down the path of getting the Shereecopter, because I think that's a great one. Cole's Dirt Bike, I don't know. I'm on the fence on that one. I think it's going to be a good set. I think that one's going to be a winner and a big seller for LEGO on that one. And I do like the small set, the Lloyd's Journey. I'm definitely getting that one just for the wolf. I think it's great. Although the bad guy minifigure that comes with that is awesome. Let me know in the comments what you think of these sets. Are you going to get any? Do you think it's a good lineup? Do you think LEGO's made a good choice here? And is the Ninjago line going well? If you're new to my channel, make sure you hit subscribe. I do post regularly about all things to do with Lego. I'm a lifelong Lego fan, as I say. And don't forget to check out the BrickTubers network that I've recently joined. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very, very soon.